In the previous session, we have started with the waveguide T junctions. These are actually one of the category in microwave passive devices. We have already seen the microwave passive devices, that is different coaxial connectors. Then we have seen some attenuators, fixed and variable. We have even seen phase shifters. Now we are going to look at the waveguide T junctions. In this, we have started the basics, introduction. What are these waveguide T junctions? I have explained you. They actually are used as a power combiners or for power splitting. We use it. Okay, you can simply make an analogy of these waveguide T's with your pipeline connectors. Okay, T connectors, I think you might have seen even in your pipelines, right? Either the water gets equally divided between these two lines, or these two, whatever the water comes, will be entering here combined. It will be combined. So this T connection, it is similar to this waveguide T junction. Okay, we have even started with the two different types of waveguide T's. One is H plane, the other one is E plane. We have started with the H plane T junction. How it looks like? H plane T junction. It is in the form of, it looks like an English alphabet T. You can see there is these two. This is one single waveguide in which we have two ports. This first port and second port together we call this collinear arm. And whatever this the extension, you can see this is one separate section which is attached. How this is attached? You make one slot here in the collinear arm, this long waveguide you have here. Along the width you cut some slot, within that you attach this. So we call it H arm or side arm, both. Why it is called H arm? Because if you observe the straight lines here, they indicate electric field. Okay, and you know that electric and magnetic fields, they will be perpendicular. So ऐसे horizontal direction में आपका H field रहेगा. You can see this, the whatever arm we have attached, that and this H, they are parallel. Because of that we call the side arm as H arm. The more clear picture I can show you. So we are discussing about this. Okay, we have a side arm here. We call this side arm as H arm. You can see if this perpendicular direction indicates E field, this indicates H field. Okay, horizontal. And this whatever side arm you have attached, it is parallel to the H field. That's why we call it H arm. So the structure we have discussed. For each of these waveguide T junctions, actually we have H plane T junction and E plane T junction for your discussion. And there is one more category, that is a combination of these two, that we call hybrid T junction. And each of these T junctions, we will be discussing their properties. Then from their properties, we will derive the S matrix. And from taking the help of S matrix, we will prove that these T junctions can be used as a power combiner or power splitter. So the structure we have seen already, port 1 and port 2, this complete, we call it collinear arm. This is your side arm or H arm. Electric field direction you can see, and this is your port 3. Okay. S matrix, how it looks like? This is the general S matrix for a waveguide T junction. It is a 3x3 matrix because kitne ports available hain? You have seen the figure. We have port 1, port 2 and port 3. So totally 3 ports are available. Hence it is a 3x3 matrix. So 3x3 means 9 elements will be there. S11, S12, S13, S21, 22, 23, S31, 32, 33. Now we will try to list few properties of H plane T junction, and we will find these values, S parameter values. So how you form a H plane T junction? You have to make a rectangular slot, and it is cut along the width of this long waveguide, and the side arm is attached. We have seen it here, right? Along the length, at this width is this. Okay, so we have cut a slot, rectangular slot, and we have joined, we have attached a side arm here. Characteristics, you can see there is a plane of symmetry in this figure, right? If you fold it, they just, coincide with one another, both the halves. So there is a plane of symmetry. Because of this plane of symmetry, whatever the microwave power we feed in port 3, you can see port 1, 2, 3. Out of this, whatever power you feed from this end, port 3, it gets, equally divided between port 1 and port 2. So because of this, this is your port 3 and this is your port 1. The S parameter, S31. 3 is the input port, 1 is the output port. And S32. 3 is the input port, 2 is the output port. So S31 and S32 both are equal because power gets equally divided. That is the first property or the characteristics. Then if we assume port 3 as a perfectly matched junction, port 3 it is perfectly matched to the junction, there will be no reflections. Whatever the power we feed, it will be completely absorbed and no reflections occur at port 3. Because of that, S33 will be equal to 0. So these two important properties we have listed. One is S31 equals to S32. Second one is the self S33, that is reflections will not be there at the same port if it is assumed to be perfectly matched. So S33 is equal to 0. And we have already seen for S matrix some properties. You have unitary property, symmetry property, right? It's a square matrix. We have seen phase shift property. So in that, let us choose one property, that is the symmetry property of S matrix. Yes, Ij is equal to Sji. Okay. So let me write the S matrix one more time. Why to scroll again and again? S21, S22, S23, S31, S32, and finally S33. This is your 3 by 3 matrix for H plane T junction. Now what I will do, I will make use of these above 3 characteristics, first, second, and the symmetric third. I will modify this. The first S11, 12, 13, I have not touched them. I have kept these 3 parameters as it is. Now coming to S21, what is S21? From the symmetric property, S21 is equal to S12. I have used it, the symmetric property. Then S22, I cannot do anything with S22, so I have kept it as it is. S22 is as it is. Now coming to S23, can you use the symmetric property? What is the symmetric property? S23 is equal to S23 is equal to S32 using the symmetry property. But from the first characteristic, S32 is equal to S31. So let me use S31. But again, using the symmetric property, S31 is equal to S13. So I have used S13. Why I am using these values is, if you see how many elements are there in your S matrix. So there are 9 elements. Instead of going for these 9 elements, how many equations you want? 9 unknowns, 9 equations you require, right? It's a bit tedious task. Instead of solving directly using some properties and solving, it is a bit tedious. Instead of that, if I apply some characteristics, which I have already listed, 1, 2, and 3, I can reduce the number of unknowns here. See, अब कितने हो गए? S11, 12, 13. Here it is again repeated. S12, you have S22. So again I have got S13 only. Repeat. So I am reducing the number of unknowns so that it is easy for me to find the parameters. Then I have S31. From the symmetric property, S31 is equal to S13. Then S32. What is S32 is equal to? S32 is equal to S31 from the first characteristics. Then S13 from the symmetry, 31 equals to 13. and you have S33 is equal to 0. The third characteristic we have listed, sorry, second characteristic we have listed, S33 is equal to 0. I have substituted. So you can just list how many unknowns are there. कितने unknown values को हमको find करना है. Just list out 1, 2, 3. This is repeated. 4. Repeat. This is also repeated. This is also repeated. 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually speaking, 9 values we have in the original matrix. Using some characteristics, we have reduced that matrix which has only 4 unknowns. So this will, make your work easier. So now the only thing is we need to find these 4 parameters. Then we can write the S matrix for H-plane T junction. Okay. So let us find these 4 unknowns. How to find? Again, just like here, how I have used the symmetric property, let me use one more property, that is unitary property. We have already seen what is unitary property in case of S matrix. S into S conjugate is equal to identity matrix. That is your unitary property. We have even proved this property also. What is S star? It is the complex conjugate. Okay, complex conjugate of S. So according to this, how the equation looks like? Yes, substitute yes. This yes is the reduced value, okay? Not all original 9 values. It has only 4 unknowns. You can see 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2. So these 4 unknowns we need to find. If I take this as yes, what will be its complex conjugate? Simply, jo values hai, yes 1, 1, yes 1, 2, yes 1, 3, you can see I have written same values, just put a star above, indicating its complex conjugate. Yes 1, 2, yes 2, 2, yes 1, 3. I have written as it is, but a star mark. Yes 1, 3, yes 1, 3, 0. Yes 1, 3, yes 1, 3, 0, but put a star mark. So what is the difference between these two matrices? This matrix is your matrix for H-plane T junction, which has 4 unknowns. First, second, third, fourth. 4 unknowns we have. This yes star, it is your complex conjugate of original this matrix. So rewrite this matrix one more time, which has got 4 unknowns. 3, 4. 4 unknowns are there. All remaining are repeated terms. Put a star above each yes matrix, yes parameter. Okay. Each yes value ke upar you have to put a star mark, indicating it is a complex conjugate. Is equal to unit matrix 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is your identity matrix. You know about it already. You have studied about the matrices. Now the next step is, how will you find this? You have to multiply rows and columns. You can see we have 4 unknowns. If you see here, I can multiply a row and a column. I can equate it to these numbers, right? So how many equations I may get? First row, first column, first row, second column, first row, third column. So I'll get 3 equations. First row, first column is equal to 1. First row, second column is equal to 0. First row, third column is equal to 0. So I'll get 3 equations. Similarly for second row, first column, second column, third column. Again 3 values. I can get 3 equations. And similarly for third row with first column, second column, third column. So you will get how many? Totally 9 equations you will get if you keep on multiplying and equating the LHS multiplication with RHS, these 1, 0, zeros. We will be getting 9 equations. But how many unknowns are there? We have only 4 unknowns. We have reduced the matrix. Yes, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 2, 2. So not necessary to write all 9 equations. Okay, you have to be selective here. Okay, you have to use your brains and you have to make your work easier here. Simply being manipulative. Don't start multiplying and write all 9 equations. Don't do that. No doubt we can do that, but all 9 equations are not required for us. We require only 4 equations, that too which will make our work easier, randomly we have to select. And for me, if you see the diagonal elements, they are all having the value 1 1 1. So it would be easy for me if I choose those equations which whose equations RHS is equal to 1 1 1. So how I'll get this one? First row multiplied with first column, I will get this one. So let me take that. First row, S11 into S11 star plus S12 S12 star plus S13 S13 star is equal to 1. So I have written one equation for this. Now how will I get this one? Okay, first row first column से ये हो गया, first row second column, first row third column से ये दोनों आ जाएंगे. Now coming to this middle term 1, how can I get that? It is second row second column. If you can just see, make the trial. Hope you understood how I got the first equation. It is simply first row and first column. Then first row and second column से आपको second equation आएगा which is equal to 0. Then first row third column से आपको ये आ जाएगा. Okay, I don't want these as for now. I want this. उसके लिए go for second row. Second row first column से आपको ये आएगा. This is 0 term. So second row second column will give you this one. So let me multiply second row and second column. First row first column एक हो गया. Now second row second column. So take the second row second column. S12 S12 star, S12 S12 star plus S22 S22 star plus S13, sorry, not S13, it is S13 here, not this here. S13 and S13 star. S13 S13 star is equal to 1. So I have written two equations. One is for this one, the other one is for this one. Now one more one we want, this one, last one. How can I get this? If I take third row first column, I will get this. Third row second column, I will get this. Third row third column, I will be getting the last equation. Third row third column. So let me take that. Third row third column. S13 S13 star, S13 S13 star plus S13 S13 star, one more time, plus you have 0 third term, 0 into 0. So you will be getting 0 itself plus 0 is equal to 1. So totally I have written three equations for these diagonal elements. So totally three equations. First equation kaise aa gaya? How to get this? First row first column. For this one, second row second column. For this last one, third row third column. I have got three equations. You have already seen in the algebra how you solve. If you have two unknowns, minimum you require two equations. If you have three unknowns, minimum you require three equations. I have four unknowns here, but I have written three equations. I need one more equation. You can choose any random equation, okay? Can be this, this, this. How many possibilities are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remaining 6 जो भी आपके combinations हैं, those possibilities में आप कोई भी एक choose कर सकते हो, okay? So first let me show you these three equations, how I have reduced it further. Take the first one, first row first column. I have written the first term S11 S11 star is equal to this. How? Star indicates complex conjugate. If I have a number a plus jb, its complex conjugate is a minus jb. Okay, so the sign is changed here, so its complex conjugate is a minus. Can you just try finding the magnitude for this? It is square root of a square plus b square. Can you try finding the magnitude for this. It is also a square plus b square. If you see, they both are having same magnitude. Phase change ho jayega. Here it is positive, here it is negative. So your tan inverse of b by a will be negative, minus. Hope you understood what is the complex conjugate. Their magnitudes are same. That's why instead of writing this star, how I have taken is, I can reduce this taking only the magnitude S11 and S11. Both are S11 taking only magnitude because they are equal in magnitude, which is equal to S11 square. Similarly, for S12 also I can write in the same way. For S13 also I can write. Their magnitudes are equal. So ये आपका equation 1 हो गया. Hope you understood how we have got the equation 1. Now coming to second equation, second row, second column. Let us reduce that also. For second equation, S12 star can be written as magnitude square. S12's magnitude square. You have S22 here and its conjugate. Take magnitude square. S13 star, take its magnitude square, which is equal to 1. So this is the second equation we got. Now solving the third equation. Third equation is much easier क्योंकि एक zero term है यहाँ पे. S13 and S13 star. Take its magnitude square. And you have again repeat S13 star. Take again S13 magnitude square. Third term is 0 is equal to 1. You can solve this further. S13 and S13 two times. So it is 2 times S13 square is equal to 1, or S13 whole square. This magnitude square is equal to, take 2 on the other side, RHS denominator, it will be 1 by 2. Take the square root. S13 will be equal to square root of 1 by 2, or it is 1 by root 2. So directly from the third equation, we have got one S parameter. S13 ka value aa gaya. So how many values you got? S13 means this you can fill, this you can fill, this and this. So at once 4 values you got. Now remaining is 1, 2, 3, only 3 terms. Okay. So from the third equation directly we got one value of the S. Now as I said, 4 unknowns are there. We minimum require 4 equations, but we have listed 3 equations only. Now how to choose the fourth equation? As I told you, remaining jitne bhi zero combination wale hain, 6 different possibilities are there. You can choose any. I will be choosing the last value because you can see एक zero term है, calculation easy हो जाएगा आपके लिए. So let me take third row with either first column or second column like this. Either you can take any of these two. I have not preferred to take these. Here as I have 0, it would be easy for me. एक term कम हो जाएगा, third term कम हो जाएगा. Because of that, I have chosen third row with, you can, it is up to you. You take either first column or second column. So here, third row, you can take either first column or second column. First value indicates row, second value indicates column. So I am taking third row, first column. Multiply third row with first column, which value you get? It is equal to RHS 0. Multiply S13, S11 star. S13, S11 star plus, what is the second? S13, S12 star, S13, S12 star plus third term यहाँ पे 0 है, 0 multiplied by S13, you will get 0. The third term is 0, which is equal to 0. ये आपका fourth equation हो गया. I have chosen the third row element, multiplication, because it will make my work easier. एक term कम हो जाएगा, 0 आ जाएगा. So now, still further, what I can do, I have to use the mathematics to simplify the terms. Now, observe the equation 1 and 2. Observe the equation 1 and 2. Okay. anything you find it similar? You have S12 square and S12 square common. You have S13 square, you have S13 square. Both terms are there. RHS is also 1, 1. So I can equate first equation and second equation so that these two can be equated. So take equation 1 and 2 because दोनों का RHS side 1, 1 है. Equate them. If you equate them, I will get S11 square is equal to S22 square. Is it not so? What is the equation 1? Let me show you here itself. This is your equation 1. I don't want 1 क्योंकि दोनों का RHS same है. I will eliminate simply. This complete term is equal to this. So ये दोनों cancel हो जाएंगे. If you equate, only you will be left with these two, 1, 1 and 2, 2. So that's what I have written here directly. S11 square is equal to S22 square. Remember, magnitude has to be drawn, okay? Because we have star term. So to avoid that, take this magnitude compulsorily. S11 and S22 both are equal if you remove the squares on both sides. So one more value we got. Further, if we solve, if I get any one value that is enough. अगर S11 का या फिर S22 का कोई एक value भी आप find कर लिए तो other value can be directly written. Okay, this is one simplification. Now coming to equation 4. Check the equation 4. First term you have S13, second term is also S13. You can take S13 common. So I can take equation 4, I have rewritten. Take S13 common here. You'll be left with S11 star plus S12 star. Remaining these two terms is equal to 0. Now, what do you mean by this? Whenever, if you have A into B plus C is equal to 0, what do you mean by this? Either A is equal to 0, so that ये आपका product 0 हो जाएगा, और B plus C is equal to 0. तो में से एक possibility होगा. If you put A as 0, ये equation 0 होगा, right? 0 into B plus C. Or if you take B plus C as 0, 0 into A will be 0. So there are two possibilities. Either this value can be 0 or this value can be 0. It is similarly, I can, apply the concept here. Either this can be 0 or this bracket term can be 0. Out of which I cannot make S13 0. Why? We have already seen in the structure when power, when enters from port 3, it gets equally divided. So how can this power will be 0? S13, which is symmetrical, that is S13 and 31, both are symmetrical, right? So practically speaking, it cannot be 0. Power divides among the collinear arms. So because of that, and even you have seen here, we have the terms here. S value S13 का existence है. It is not 0. Because of which we cannot take that first value. That is, I cannot make S13 0. अगर मैं यहाँ पर substitute करती हूँ S13 as 0, 0 multiplied by a bracket will become 0. But this cannot be, practical. So this possibility is discarded. So what is the next possibility? ये जो bracket वाला term है, that can be 0. Okay, taking the second possibility. If this is equal to 0 means take any one value to the other side. S11 star is equal to minus S12 star, or remove the conjugates on both sides. S12 or S11 is equal to minus S12. Okay, you can take. So यहाँ पर भी अगर कोई एक value आ जाता है, so you can write the next value. So ये दो जो conclusions हमारे आए हैं, this will help you in writing the yes value in the matrix. Now coming to the solution, let me take the equation 1 or equation 2. You can take any one. You can see equation 2. Equation 2 has 3 terms, or even we can start with equation 1 also. Okay, it's up to you. equation, let me start with equation 1. Here I have solved it for equation 2, I guess, from equation 2, but let me start with equation 1 for yourself here. Okay, so if I take equation 1, S11 square plus S12, what is S12? Just now we have concluded here, S12 is equal to minus S21, right? So this one supporting equation we have got, S12 is equal to minus S11. I can substitute that here in the equation 1. Instead of S12, I can take minus S11. But anyhow, it is a square term. So negative can, can be, we cannot, it's okay not to consider negative sign, because anyhow we have a square power. So how the equation will be? S11 square first term plus second term is again S11 square, because we have substituted, plus S13. Just now we have calculated what is S13. It is 1 by root 2. Substitute that, it is 1 by root 2 square. You have a square term. Third term square is equal to 1. So you can simplify this. S11 square plus S11 square. So 2 times S11 square plus 1 by root 2 whole square. So square and root gets cancelled. You will be left with 1 by 2 is equal to 1. Or simplify this. Take half to the other side. 2S11 square is equal to, taking half to the other side, you will get 1 minus half, right? Or 2 times S11 square is equal to 1 minus half is half. Or S11 square is equal to 1 by 4. Or taking the square root, S11 is equal to 1 by 2. So we have found S11 as 1 by 2. I have shown you here using equation 1. Similarly, अगर आप चाहते हो तो you can even start the solution with equation 2 also. You will get the same, S11 as 1 by 2 only. Now, S11 we have calculated. Overall, you can look. S13 we have found already. S13 is 1 by root 2. S11 just now I have found from equation 1. So, two values we got. If I get S11, I can get S22 also. S11 is equal to S22. So, how many parameters? S11, S22, S13. 3 parameters we got. And finally, S11 if I get, S12 can also be got. So 4 unknowns I have got already. Hope you understood. Listing the 4 unknowns for 4 different equations. I have simplified these equations and I have got 4 unknowns. So finally, substituting all these values, S is equal to S11, which is 1 by 2, S12, which is minus S11. See, just now we have solved it here. S11 जो भी आंसर आता है उसका नेगेटिव वैल्यू S12 रहेगा. So it is minus half. S13, it is 1 by root 2. S21, what is S21 or S12? We have got S12, S22. S12 is minus 1 by 2. S22, S11 and S22 both are equal. And S13, which is 1 by root 3. S13, 1 by root 2, sorry, 1 by root 2, okay. S13, S13 and 0. So we have found the S matrix for H-plane T-junction. Hope you understood this. How we have got? It's a simplification. Assuming some characteristics, we have listed the characteristics. From those basic characteristics, we have started solving this. Basically, important property which we used here is unitary property. S into S star is equal to identity matrix. From then we have solved some 4 equations we got. Then solving these, substituting one in the other. If you solve, if you simplify, you will get this S matrix. Now, further, we have already seen this, how S matrix can be represented. B is equal to S into A. Okay, this is a multi-port, you remember, S parameter, S matrix representation for a multi-port network. B is equal to S into A. If I try to write this, whatever S matrix in this form, as we have 3 ports, 3 reflection coefficients will come, B1, B2, B3. And this is just now we have calculated the S matrix, and 3 ports are there, 3 incident waves will be there, A1, A2, A3. Now, you can simplify this. You will get again the equations. How many equations you get? First row, that is first column. Second row, this column. Third row, this column. So totally 3 equations you get. First value is B1 is equal to, multiply this first row with the column. You will get this. Then B2 is equal to, take the second row with the column multiplication. You will get this. Then B3 is equal to, take the third row with the column. You will get totally 3 equations. Now, why I am continuing further is because finally I want to derive, I want to show that the power gets equally divided, you know, how these T junctions act as power combiner or power splitter. I want to prove that. For that, I have taken the help of B is equal to S into A. That is your multiport S matrix representation. So making use of that, I have got these 3 equations. After this, suppose I consider a case when A1 and A2 are equal to 0. What do you mean by A1 equals to 0, A2 equals to 0, and A3 not equals to 0? The meaning of this is, I am considering a case when I am applying the power through port 3. Okay? What do you mean by A3 not equals to 0? That is, A is your incident wave. A3 not equals to 0 means power is fed through port 3. And what is A1 and A2? They are the powers at port 1 and 2. They are 0 means I am not feeding the power from port 1 and 2. I am feeding the power through port 3. The meaning is that.